Hello, and today we are doing predictions for matchday number 27 of the EFL Championship 2020 to 21 season. And that's right, it is a double game week. I've got two Watford games to predict in this video. Millwall away and QPR at home. But before we get into things, what is the colour of the week? Well, it's going to be green. The song of the week is Living for the City by Stevie Wonder. Do, 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 do. That's such a tune. I'll put it in the description. Give it a whirl. And the theme of the week is Avengers Assemble. And let's get cracking with these fixtures. So, we first of all kick off the predictions with Millwall against Watford. Now, what do I think about this game? I actually think it might be quite a tough one. So we shouldn't go into it light-hearted and complacent. But Millwall have been a really poor team to watch this season. They got battered by Bristol City in the FA Cup, and they haven't won at home for a very, very long time. So we need to take advantage of that, and we need to go there and just get the job done once again. We need to keep on climbing up the table and keep on basically putting pressure on the teams around us. But what am I going to say for this game? I'm going to say a Watford win, of course. I'm going to say Millwall 0, Watford 1, and the man to get the winner is Will Hughes. And what minute will he score that goal? Well, it's a tough one. I might change my mind, but I don't know. The thing is, I want to do it for a time that's actually going to happen. So what we'll say is that Hughesy, my favourite Watford player by the way, gets the winning goal on 67 minutes to find us having 4 wins on the bounce. That would be amazing. But let's get cracking with some more predictions. So, next up on the agenda, we have a game between Forest and Barnsley. Nottingham Forest go into this game decent form, but not brilliant. Barnsley, you could say, have had a go of it recently. Got the win in the FA Cup, of course, against Norwich. But I do fancy Forest just because they're at home. And I think it'll be a tight 1-0 victory to Nottingham Forest. Now we've got a game between Derby and Bristol City. And I'm going to go for a Derby draw. Maybe I would have said a Bristol City win a couple of weeks ago. But recently Derby have picked it up. So we'll go with Derby County 2, Bristol City 2. Now we've got Huddersfield taking on Stoke City. And I'm going to go for a Huddersfield victory here. I think they're not a bad team in their day, Huddersfield. And Stoke, very unlucky to lose against us, I think. But we were the better team. We took our chances and, you know, they got their goal from Fletcher, but it wasn't enough. And I don't think they'll have enough here. Huddersfield Town 2, Stoke City 0. And now we've got a game between Cardiff and Millwall. This is obviously Millwall's second game, and it's a tough one. I mean, Cardiff have really been struggling, hence they had the manager change and they've apparently brought in Mick McCarthy. Now, do I think that's a good managerial change? Maybe, but it is a little bit laughable just because he's not really been in management for that long and, you know, he's a bit, I don't know, I feel like he's known for managing the lower clubs and his tactics are kind of classic, you know, old stuff in terms of Route 1 football. I don't know, maybe that same kind of stereotype as like Sam Allardyce and Tony Pulis. But I don't know, I think Mick McCarthy will look at his squad and think he's got a decent squad. They just need to be getting more goals and more points and make the most out of that team. But I'm going to go with a Cardiff City win. I think Millwall have been pretty dreadful most of the season. So we'll say Cardiff City 3, Millwall 1. And then we've got Blackburn taking on Luton Town. Now Luton getting knocked out in the FA Cup by Chelsea by 3-1. Luton put up a fight, to be fair to them. And, you know, there was one moment where you thought towards the end of that first half they were going to be back in the game. And a strange thing to see that delay with the clock not working and then coming out, and Chelsea were fairly comfortable and it was really the third goal that killed the game. But Luton have still been a team this season that have fought for games, maybe not got as many points as their team probably looks like they would. So I don't know, but I just feel Blackburn is a really, really tough place to go. So Luton can huff and puff all they like, but I don't think they're getting anything here. So we'll go for a comfortable Blackburn win. We'll go for Blackburn 3, Luton Town 0. And I wouldn't be surprised to see, once again, Harvey Elliott on the scoreline. On the score sheet, I should say. Now we've got Barnsley taking on Cardiff, and I'm going to go for a 3-0 Cardiff City win. I think Barnsley have been alright, but they won't be able to stop Cardiff here. I'll say 3-2 to Brentford away from home. This could be an exciting game against Swansea, but I'm just going to favour the Bees here because they are a good team this season, and Swansea, are quite good as well. But I just feel on their day Brentford could be more of an team that can make an upset and score some goals through the likes of Ivan Toney, Brian Mbeumo. So yeah, that's what we're going to go with, a 5-goal thriller at the Liberty Stadium. And then it's Reading against Bournemouth. Now, this is actually going to be a very tight game in my opinion. Both two very decent sides, but I'm going to favour Bournemouth just about. I think that they will eventually get a winner and find a moment of magic. And I think it's going to be once again through Dominic Solanke. But Bournemouth's form recently hasn't been good, so it's not going to be an easy one. But I'll say that Bournemouth find a way through this Reading team, and eventually they do get the winner to make it. What should we say for the score? Let's say Reading 1, Bournemouth 2. It's going to be a narrow one there for the Cherries. And now we've got Norwich taking on Middlesbrough, and I'm going to go with a Norwich win. I think Norwich have been really, really good this season. Middlesbrough, defensively not too bad, and under Neil Warnock they've been quite a force at times, especially away from home. Their home form has been quite bad, but Norwich have just been so good this season, so I think they'll hit them for 4, and Borough get back a consolation at the end. Now it's Birmingham against Coventry, and this is a bit of a funny one because obviously Coventry have had in the past some issues about or is it Birmingham? Sorry, I'm getting them confused already. No, Birmingham have had some issues about their stadium, and they've had to use. Actually, maybe I was right the first time. I don't even know. Let me just check what the actual stadium is right now. So the Coventry City Stadium is St Andrews, right? Yeah. So I'm pretty sure that is Birmingham Stadium. So it's Coventry that have been sharing it with Birmingham. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so basically, who's technically at home in this game? You could argue it's Coventry, but ultimately on the fixture schedule, it's Birmingham. So I'm going to go with a Birmingham win, though. I'm going to say it will be Birmingham 2, Coventry 0. Comfortable stuff, really. And then we've got Rotherham taking on Swansea. Now, you'd imagine Swansea will basically breeze through this one fairly easily. It's the sort of game Rotherham have been pretty low on confidence. Swansea have been pretty good this season. So yeah, I just think a Swansea win, fairly comfortable stuff. And we are going to go for what we're going to say. Let's go for I don't know. Yeah, let's say a 3-0 win to Swansea away from home. Rotherham 0, Swansea 3, and I'm going to say it's going to be a hat-trick from Andre Ayew. Just watch this space. The next one is, we've done Millwall actually, but Sheffield Wednesday against Preston. Interesting one, this one. I'm going to go with a Preston win. Sheffield Wednesday have not been good this season. They've had a lot of ins and outs of managers, and I'm not actually sure who the current manager is, but there was at one time a bit of a rumour that Vladimir Ivic would come in. So the current Sheffield Wednesday manager is actually who is it? Hang on, let me have a look. It's Neil Thompson. Yeah, I thought so. So I think he might be the manager, but there was talk about maybe like a Chris Coleman or even a Nigel Pearson. Imagine the scenes of that. But I think Roy Keane was a small favourite for the job. I don't think that's going to happen though, and I think Sheffield Wednesday are just going to keep struggling and keep sliding down that table. So we'll say Preston win here, and we'll go for, I don't know, let's say it will end, 1-0. 1-0 to Preston, Sheffield Wednesday 0, Preston 1. It's probably not going to be one of the best games of the week, that's for sure. Alright, now we've got Bristol City against Huddersfield. And I'm going to go for a Bristol City win here. Bristol City have started to get back their confidence, and I think Semenyo is a very good player for them. Naki Wells, obviously, he's been a bit goal shy recently, but I guess he got a deflected goal in the FA Cup. And, you kind of need to take anything you can to get back on goal scoring quality and goal scoring form. But yeah, I think this is going to be fairly comfortable for the Robins. Bristol City 3, Huddersfield 1. Then we've got Middlesbrough taking on Rotherham. Now, this is actually quite a big crunch game in the table. Because right now, Middlesbrough are sitting in 7th, whereas Rotherham are sitting in 22nd. So it's kind of the two extremes at each side of the table. But Middlesbrough's form has been a bit up and down, let's be honest. Win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. You don't know what to call with them. And they do want to get into those playoff spots. So if they can, they really need to be winning these sort of games against lower teams like Rotherham. Rotherham, I mean, in their performances, they've been all right. The point against Stoke, you'd argue, was quite a decent result. And that's an unfortunate face for me to have frozen on. But no, I think Rotherham won't be able to stop Middlesbrough from just getting a narrow win here. So we're going to go with a Middlesbrough victory, and we're going to say another classic Middlesbrough 1-0. They do like to do that. So I actually originally had 1-1, but I'm going to change it to Middlesbrough 1, Rotherham 0. Now we've got Coventry against Sheffield Wednesday, and I'm going to go for a 3-2 Sheffield Wednesday win. I've just got a feeling that this will be the kind of game that Sheffield Wednesday pick themselves back up. I'm hoping I can pick myself back up with this frozen screen. There's not a lot I can do about that, but I'm going to just favour a win for the Owls here. And then we've got 2 more games to go of these predictions. First of all, Brentford against Wycombe. This could be a tough one for Wycombe. It's got to be said. Wycombe have been fortunate in some games, unfortunate in most. Brentford have been absolutely brilliant this season, so I feel like it might be a tough one for Brentford to have to face here. So I think that maybe Brentford won't necessarily make it as easy as you'd think, but still a Brentford win, and we're going to say it ends on the day Brentford 3, Wycombe Wanderers 1. And finally, we have QPR away from home facing Watford at Vicarage Road. It'd be nice if we got the video back, but, it's not exactly in our power now. And will we get the win here? Well, if we beat Millwall, that'll be 4 wins on the bounce. If we beat QPR, that'll be 5 wins on the bounce, and we could be looking at being in that top 2. Now, obviously, it all depends what Swansea do in their games, but I do fancy us for the win here. I just think QPR this season haven't been the most inspiring team this season. They've really struggled, I think, with fatigue at times and not getting as many goals as they should. Obviously, the reverse fixture ended in a 1-1 draw with goals from Ben Wilmot and Elias Chair. That was one of those games you kind of wish you'd held on to the win. We weren't exactly brilliant from our point of view going forward in that game, just 3 shots on target, but we still thought we would see that one out, and Chair is a good player who's actually been linked with Watford, and he got the equaliser. So yeah, obviously we're going to be wondering if we have Foster back for this game. Maybe he comes back, but I don't know whether Bachmann plays. It doesn't really make a difference because Bachmann is defending and doing his goalkeeping work really well at the last few games. So hopefully he can keep that up, and hopefully we can get a comfortable win. But it's never comfortable with Watford. As we saw with Stoke, it was very nervy towards the end, and we just about held out. So I'll say it ends here. Watford 3, QPR 2. I think this could be a thrilling game, a 5-goal bonanza. And who am I going to say for goal scorers in the game? It's a tough one because there's a range of players that could score, but I think QPR will get the opener. Is that back? Are we back? Maybe we're back. I don't know. I thought just for a fleeting second there, but it might just be. Yeah, no, I don't think we are back. Anyway, in terms of goal scorers, I think QPR might actually get the first goal with a penalty scored by Bright Asay Samuel on 13 minutes. Unlucky for some, and unfortunately unlucky for Watford. And then Watford get a goal back. So you're thinking, all right, we're back in the contest. Let's go. Let's keep on getting at them. And the goal scored for Watford to equalise will be from the winger that is known as Philip Zinkernagel. He better get some starts because he's a cracking player. And he will get the first Watford goal for his career on, let's say, 39 minutes. And it's 1-1 at half-time. And you're thinking, all right, this should be all right for the win. But QPR once again go back in front with a goal from Albert Adoma. And he's going to score on 58 minutes to really put us under pressure. But once again, Watford show the fight, show the spirit, and we equalise through João Pedro on 74 minutes. And finally, get a winner. Absolute last-minute stuff. And who does it? It's Troy Deeney. Not a penalty this time, but still a perfectly good goal to make it 140 for the Watford captain. Just 10 away from that milestone. And he gets the winner on 90 plus 2 minutes. Absolute scenes. And it would have been nice to have the picture with us, but it is what it is. And those are my 18 games done, predicted. Love it. Absolutely love it. That was a nice festival of predictions there, and I hope you have enjoyed. Smash a like on it. Comment down your predictions for this double game week. And it is Avengers week. Let's assemble and get some points for the Golden Boys. Thanks for watching. See you later.